Hello you guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Andre van der Walt and you're watching Andre's Outdoors. So today we're going to do a valve changing inside the CO2 because the gas is starting to leak. It is my second time changing it myself and I found a way to make it cheaper, but I found a way to make it cheaper to change the CO2 valve, and I can already see just by doing this inside of the, you can see the valve that is worn out by the CO2 gas cans. So first things first, we're going to remove the scopes and strip the whole gun to get inside the body. So firstly we're going to take off the scope. Okay. The scope is now off. Going to have to clean it up a little bit. Then what we're going to do is loosen the screw. Struggling a little bit. Okay. Put my screw there so it doesn't get. Okay. There we go. Now we got the stock off. Just put it there. Here's the trigger. So firstly we're going to open the screw. So we're taking off the screw that's here behind the trigger. So make sure the spring doesn't fall out. Okay. So now that I have taken this out, I'm going to take out the top screws. I'm going to take the top screw off now. That. Just take out off the bolt, just like that. And just tighten the screw so it don't get lost. Okay, so now this bottom screw, take it out, open the bolt, watch out for your O-ring there so it doesn't fall out and get lost. You take the screw that's inside here, make it loose. Just like that. And that should just come apart. So yeah. Now we're taking out the bolt. Just like that. Don't lose it. Just take it out. Okay. It's also checking my o-ring so it doesn't get lost, or see if it's not got damaged. Okay. So now you can just inside here, you can just take it out. So here is where your CO2 valve is. So you can set that aside now. So you have to be very careful when you work with this thing, because this yellow thing can break easily. As you can see, mine broke, but I found a way to fix it, so it isn't such a big problem. You can just screw it off with your hand. Just like that. So you can see mine broke, but I already ordered me a new one. So you can see it's on off, but it's just there to keep it in place. And here's the old seal. You can also see how worn up it is. So the thing I use is quite simple. It's this top safe stuff. You can buy it at a roof place or any place that's sell any roof toppings or seals or something like that. So I'm going to use this. You can see this inside there is this foam seal, very good, very cheap. This packet was almost 20 rand, so it was maybe $1 or so now. So this black seal, you can already see it's got an hole in, so that is what's going to go over that thing that pops the CO2. So then what I take is a pen like this. It got a nice hole that fits perfectly in there. So then what I'm going to use is around that circle, look inside, make sure it's perfectly in the middle, and then I just make a hole. So that's how it's going to look now. You can see if you can see that mark. But then what I do is I use a scissor and just cut all around that marking with the pen. So I just take a scissor and just cut around that circle. So it's going to look like that. Little seal. Doesn't have to look so pretty. But then when you put it in, you will see it's a little bit thick. So that's not a problem. I'll show you how to fix that. Just get it out of there. It's a little bit of foam, so all I do is just squash it with my fingers. So it expands and just gets a little bit more softer or even flatter, so that it can fit in nicely like that. Then all I do is take the screw. All it does is just to keep it in place, but like I said, mine broke, so I have to be a little more gentle. And I already ordered me a new one and some extra parts for my CO2 air rifle, so that if I lose something I can have spares, right? Which I think is very smart to have. And just screw it in nicely, just like that. So there you can see, just with hand screw it in, just to hold that thing in the middle. And if you want to make sure it's nice and tight, you can take a small Allen key and just press around, make sure it's in quite nicely. But what I recommend you also do is just around the punch CO2 valve, you just press it a little more softer so the CO2 just can go in perfectly. So what I do is I use a open can and just make sure and just press it a little bit more, and yeah. So there you all have it. Cheap CO2 self-changing valve, very easy to do, and I can guarantee you this held me up for about a month now, and I was every second day or every 4 days in the week I was shooting. So yeah, this is quite nice to have, and if it won't last so long, you know, there's plenty, very many in there. So yeah, it's cheap, it's affordable and easy to install yourself, like you saw here. So yeah, I'm just going to clean everything up, and then I will show you how to put it all back together. I'm going to show you how to put everything back into place. Just what you do, you take this and you just put it back in here in the front. Just put it in there. It'll go in. So there you can see I already got most of the lines perfectly. That's what I'm going to do now. Make sure everything is quite nice. I just want to see something. Okay, yeah. So this has to be on top. That's my mistake I almost made. Just put it back in. Okay, just like that. You can see that hole is lined up, and the screws is also perfectly lined. Make sure it goes in nicely, just like that. The screw just goes like this. Just like that, not too tight. And yeah, always make sure your O-rings is fine. It can last longer, and make sure everything is just put back in correctly. You can also just do this with your hands. Just like that. Now what we can do now is just put in the trigger. Just going to put it back in. So what I did is I just put this back like this. Make sure it can move. I just put my Allen key here to hold it in place. So what I'm going to do now, make sure it doesn't move. The small one goes right in, just there. Other small one goes on top. Goes on top. Okay, that's not a big problem. Just put back the spring. Let's keep springing out. Like this again, like that. At all. Okay. Just like that. So we make sure we put this other one in quickly. Just like that to hold it in place. I just need that other one. Other hole. Again, just using my Allen key to navigate that holes. Just like that. And I can just put this big one in. Just a little bit hard. Okay. Just like that. Okay, so now do the same, do the top, same thing on top. Also make sure that valve there is okay, so it can still last long. Just put this one on the front, this one as well, just like that. Now the screw goes back in here. Not too tight. Okay. We just make sure the spring goes in well. Need a screw. Now I'm just going to put this trigger spring inside. Let's see how long, if this even compact again together. It is supposed to be 9 centimeters because some of you guys out there told me that it will eventually get back to its original size, and if you can see like that, it's still 9 centimeters. Don't know if you can see that, but it's still 9 centimeters. So it did not change even a little bit. And I was shooting this thing over 6 months now, so it did not even move. So that's really good. So I just want to put this back with the screw. Just tighten it, not too tight, just like that. If you want to see if it works, you can load it, so it shoots. So I had a little bit of problem with the trigger. I didn't know which side, must it be inside or outside, but it had to be on the outside. So luckily I got it. Forgot almost how to do it again, but luckily I did it. So now you can put it back in the stock, which I'm going to do now. Oh yeah, there's something I want to tell you guys. Was this things that holds it in place that can slip out. The smallest one is in front, the medium one is in the middle, and the large one is in the back. If you want to put a large one in the front, the bolt won't go in here because it will get stuck there. So yeah, also a thing I struggled last time when I did it. So yeah, I just wanted you guys to know. So just put this back. Is that Allen key now? Yeah, it is. Screw it back together. Not too tight. And now you can just put on your top again. And yeah, so that will definitely work. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Sorry for the slack of videoing. Hopefully we come, or I will make more videos soon. It's just a little bit difficult for me because I'm still in school. So yeah, thank you for watching, and see you at the next video.